Imagine you bought a cup of coffee for $2 a few years ago, and today the same coffee costs $4. Did coffee suddenly become more valuable? Or did your money lose purchasing power? That question takes us directly into one of the most important ideas in economics: inflation. Inflation is a sustained increase in the general price level over time. Notice two important words: sustained and general. Inflation is not when the price of one item increases. If only mango prices rise because of a bad harvest, that is not necessarily inflation. Inflation means prices across many goods and services rise together. As prices rise, each unit of money buys fewer goods. Economists call this a fall in purchasing power. Suppose a basket of goods costs $100 this year and $110 next year. The inflation rate would be 10%. Economists usually discuss several major types of inflation. First, demand pull inflation occurs when spending in the economy rises faster than production. In simple words, too much spending begins chasing too few goods and services. As consumers, firms, or governments increase spending, demand expands faster than the economy's ability to produce, putting upward pressure on prices. Second, cost push inflation can occur when production becomes more expensive. Factories may face higher energy costs, rising wages, shortages of raw materials, or supply disruptions. As firms experience higher production costs, they often pass some of those costs to consumers through higher prices. Third, economists discuss built-in inflation. Workers may demand higher wages because prices have already increased and their purchasing power has fallen. Firms then face higher labor costs and may raise prices further. Workers respond by demanding even higher wages. This process can continue and create what economists call a wage price spiral.
So prices are rising across the economy. But where does inflation actually come from? To answer that question, economists developed several theories. One of the oldest and most influential is the quantity theory of money. It suggests that too much money chasing too few goods can create inflation under certain conditions. According to the quantity theory of money, money supply multiplied by velocity equals the price level multiplied by real output. This relationship helps economists think about how money and prices are connected. Suppose output stays fixed, and people spend money at the same rate as before. If the amount of money in the economy doubles, then the general price level may also rise proportionally. In this simplified framework, more money is now chasing the same amount of goods and services. Watch as money supply expands. Notice that the price level rises as money increases. This illustrates one possible mechanism through which inflation can emerge. In reality, economists also consider changes in output, expectations, banking systems, and how people choose to hold or spend money. But modern economics adds another layer. Increasing money supply does not automatically guarantee inflation. We also need to understand how money affects interest rates and spending decisions. If the central bank increases money supply, the LM curve shifts to the right. Interest rates may fall. Firms may borrow more. Investment spending may rise. Aggregate demand can increase. Eventually, upward pressure on prices may emerge.
Aggregate demand and aggregate supply give us a more complete picture. Inflation can emerge in two major ways. Inflation may occur because aggregate demand shifts outward. Or inflation may occur because aggregate supply falls. For example, an oil price shock can increase production costs, reduce output, and raise prices at the same time. This creates the difficult combination of inflation and lower output. Economists call this stagflation. Modern economies show that inflation is complicated. Countries experiencing rapid money expansion, weak institutions, or major supply disruptions often face higher inflation. Others with stable monetary policy and balanced economic conditions may experience very low inflation. Inflation is not just about prices rising. It connects money supply, central banking, interest rates, aggregate demand, output, and expectations. And once you understand inflation, you have already opened the door to ISLM, monetary policy, macroeconomic stabilization, and modern macroeconomic theory.